Level 1 has 7 credit cards. 5 of them are maxed out. The other 2, he opened them last month to cover the minimum payments on the first 5. His total balance is just under $40,000. He's never missed a minimum payment. His credit score is still okay, and he genuinely believes he's managing it. He's not. At an average APR of 24%, Level 1 is paying roughly $800 a month just in interest. That's $800 that goes to the bank before a single dollar touches his actual debt. At his current pace, it'll take over 20 years to pay those cards off, and he'll pay more than double what he originally spent. The purchases are long gone. The debt is not. And the worst part isn't the debt, it's the pattern. Opening new cards to service old ones is a debt spiral, and every month feels fine right up until it doesn't. Level 1 isn't reckless. This debt came from a job loss, a medical bill, and a few years of groceries going on the card because there wasn't enough money left at the end of the month. That's who Level 1 actually is. Level 2, the minimums trap. This level is sneakier because it looks totally fine from the outside. Level 2 carries a balance of about $4,500 across 2 cards. Every month, without fail, pays the minimum, never late, credit score solid. Nobody would ever guess there's any credit card stress here at all. But here's the number nobody talks about. At 22% APR, paying just the minimum means Level 2 won't be debt-free for over 15 years. By the time it's cleared, they'll have paid nearly double the original balance in interest. The minimum payment is not a safety net, it's a subscription to your debt. The fix isn't complicated. Adding just $150 extra per month means debt-free in under 3 years, and thousands saved in interest. This is the most fixable level on the entire list. The debt isn't out of control, the habit is. Level 3, the payoff player. This is where credit cards stop costing you money. Level 3 uses one card for everyday spending, groceries, gas, subscriptions, and pays the full balance every single month. No interest, ever. Sounds obvious, but only about a third of credit card holders actually do this consistently. One card, everything that would get spent anyway goes on it. At the end of the month, the balance is cleared. Maybe $40 in cash back earned, not life-changing, but it's free money for doing exactly what was going to happen anyway. And there's a credit history being built that'll save tens of thousands on a mortgage later. The trap at this level? Lifestyle creep. The moment you start spending more because you're earning rewards, you've crossed back into Level 2. The reward is a bonus, not a reason.
Level 4, the optimizer.
Now it gets interesting. Level 4 has 2 or 3 cards, each chosen to maximize returns in specific categories. One gives 3% back on groceries. Another gives 5x points on travel. Every purchase is intentionally routed to the right card. Last year, business class to Portugal, $340 out of pocket. The rest was points. 0 interest paid the same period. To most people watching, this looks like a complicated game. To Level 4, it takes 10 minutes a month. Here's what most people miss. The optimizer isn't earning rewards. Instead of saving, they're doing both. The points are a layer on top of a financial life that's already working. You can't optimize your way out of debt, but if your foundation is solid, this is where credit cards start paying you back. Level 5, the no card. This one surprises people. The no card person is a real category, and there are 2 very different versions of them. Version 1 got burned, paid off the debt, cut the cards up, and vowed never again. Living on debit and cash, sleeping better at night. For where they are, that's not a wrong answer. But version 2 avoids credit cards because they seem complicated, without realizing what that costs them. No credit history means a lower credit score. A lower score means a higher rate on a car loan or mortgage. On a 30-year mortgage, even a 0.5% higher rate can cost over $30,000 more across the life of the loan. Avoiding credit cards to stay safe can be the most expensive financial decision you make. The fix? One secured card, one small recurring charge, paid off automatically every month. Build the history, never touch the balance, never think about it again. Level 6, the wealthy user. High earners use credit cards more than almost anyone. Nearly all adults with incomes over $100,000 carry one, and the wealthy are far more likely to have premium travel cards and multiple cards than the average American. But most aren't obsessively optimizing. A financial planner who works with millionaire clients said they've stuck with the same 2 or 3 cards for decades. They want perks, protection, and simplicity. The Amex Platinum, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, cards with $700 annual fees that pay for themselves in travel credits and lounge access. Here's the quiet part. The wealthy don't care about the interest rate because they never carry a balance. The APR on a premium card is irrelevant when you pay in full every month. They're using the bank's money for free, collecting the rewards and moving on. Level 7, the last one. I told you at the start that the person with the most credit card charges this month isn't who you think. Here it is. The ultra-wealthy are running staggering amounts through their credit cards every single month. $50,000, $100,000, sometimes more, on a single card. The Amex Centurion, the black card, has no preset spending limit. You don't apply for it, you get invited. The people who carry it charge private jet bookings, luxury hotel stays, 7-figure business expenses. Every single dollar earns points. Think about what that means. Level 1 has $40,000 in credit card debt and pays $800 a month in interest, being crushed by the system. Level 7 runs $100,000 through a card this month, more than double that total debt, and pays 0 interest because the balance clears in full and walks away with enough points for 2 first-class flights to Tokyo. Same product. Completely opposite outcomes. One is paying the bank, the other is being paid by the bank. The card is identical. The financial foundation underneath it is everything. So what does this whole spectrum tell us? Credit cards are not inherently good or bad. They're a lever in the hands of someone with a solid foundation. That lever can lift a lot. In the hands of someone already overextended, it just adds weight. The goal isn't a fancier card. The goal is to build the foundation that makes the card work for you instead of against you. Pay off the balance every month. That's the whole game. Everything else, the rewards, the points, the travel perks, it all sits on top of that one habit. Get that right, and you move up this spectrum faster than you think. If you're somewhere on this list you don't want to be, the distance between where you are and where you want to be isn't as far as it feels. It's a decision, a plan, and a few months of consistency. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And if someone you know is stuck at level 1 or 2, send this to them. It might be the most useful thing in their feed today. See you in the next one.